There are two new identities related to reciprocal trigonometric functions. The first one is, sec squared x is tan squared x plus 1. The second one is, cosec squared x is cot squared x plus 1. Let's prove them. Sec squared x is 1 over cosine squared x. 1 is sine squares x plus cosine squared x. Split the numerator, it becomes sine squared x over cosine squared x plus cosine squared x over cosine squared x. This is tan squared x plus 1. Similarly, cosec squared x is 1 over sine squared x. 1 is sine squares x plus cosine squared x. Split the numerator, it becomes sine squared x over sine squared x plus cosine squared x over sine squared x. This is cot squared x plus 1. Now let's look at a couple of examples. Prove cosec x to 4 minus cot x to 4 equals cosec squared x plus cot squared x. We can factorize the left-hand side into cosec squared x plus cot squared x, times cosec squared x minus cot squared x. From the second identity, we know cosec squared x minus cot squared x is 1. So it is equal to the right-hand side. Prove cosec x minus cot x equals 1 over cosec x plus cot x. From the second identity, we know cosec squared x minus cot squared x is 1. We can factorize it into cosec x plus cot x, times cosec x minus cot x. So cosec x minus cot x equals 1 over cosec x plus cot x. When proving identities, we'll also use sec x equals 1 over cosine x. Cosec x equals 1 over sine x. And cot x equals cosine x over sine x. Prove sec squared x plus cosec squared x equals sec squared x times cosec squared x. The left-hand side is 1 over cosine squared x plus 1 over sine squared x. Combine the two fractions. It becomes sine squared x plus cosine squared x over sine squared x times cosine squared x. Since squared x plus cosine squared x is 1, so it is equal to 1 over cosine squared x times sine squared x. This is equal to the right-hand side. Prove cot squared x times sec squared x equals cot squared x plus 1. The left-hand side is cosine squared x over sine squared x times 1 over cosine squared x. The two cosine squared x get cancelled, and it becomes 1 over sine squared x, which is cosec squared x. This is equal to the right-hand side. In this class, we learned sec squared x equals tan squared x plus 1. Cosec squared x equals cot squared x plus 1. When proving identities, we may also use sec x as 1 over cosine x. Cosec x is 1 over sine x. And cot x is cosine x over sine x.